Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm gonna talk about the experience with the M1 MacBook Air. So it's been exactly 3 months. I've used it for 3 whole months extensively, and what I use it for is mainly video editing, audio recording, lots of web browsing, and editing on the web browser too. Uh, and watching movies. So this is pretty much what my usage is, but I do a lot of heavy editing. So I wanted to share how my experience has been, and let me tell you. Let me just start this off by saying that has been nothing short of phenomenal. All right, and the 3 whole months just went by, and I don't regret getting this even for one little bit.
Alright, so let's talk about the MacBook Air, the 13-inch Air with the much hyped M1 chip. I purchased it from the Apple India store pretty soon as it was launched in India. The delivery back then took very long. It took me almost 2 weeks, and I'm not sure how the delivery is right now. And it's been more than 3 months of extensive use, and here are my thoughts. So before I begin, let me answer a few questions. What's the Mac that I use? I'm using the MacBook Air with the M1 chip with 8 gigs of RAM. So, what do I use the device for? I use it primarily for video editing, audio recording, podcast recording and editing, and almost all my web browsing, for typing, for watching Netflix and Hotstar and the like. And how long do I use it for? I use it for almost 12 hours a day because it's a machine that does both my work and also serves my entertainment. And there are days it goes to like 17 and even 19 hours. Yeah, you heard me right. And I restart it like once a week, most of the time, sometimes twice a week, but that's about it. Now, coming to my experience. First thing is heating. Given that the MacBook Air doesn't have a fan, can be a deterrent when you make a purchase. And it must make you think if you need to go with the Pro model. I'm not going to say that I didn't experience heating problems. When I'm exporting videos, especially 4K videos, I do notice that the metal above the keyboard is getting warm, if not hot. At that point, when I lift the laptop, the back panel of the laptop is warm too. Now, this did not happen earlier because back in December and January the temperatures were not too high, but in India right now the temperatures are rising. And since the end of March and the beginning of April, I began noticing that the laptop does get pretty warm above the keyboard. Now, is that a problem? I don't think so. Because my other laptops, which are running i7 and AMD A8 processors and equipped with fan, they get much hotter for much simpler tasks. And a 4K video that is 12 minutes long takes less than 7 minutes to render on this device, and that is phenomenal. This brings us to the next step: performance throttling. All this heat, does it mean that performance of the Mac will go down? With the use that I have had, I didn't notice much of an issue as I don't continuously render videos. In fact, I'm more than happy with the performance. Rendering times have been phenomenally better than my full-fledged desktop iMac from 2017. Sometimes when I browse on Facebook, I get the message that this page is taking too much memory. Closing it may improve system performance, and this has particularly happened when I use Facebook. I think it takes up a lot of RAM to load all those images and videos or something like that, which is why it just keeps giving me that message. Please close this tab in order to get a better performance. The next bit I wanted to cover is compatibility. Coming to compatibility, the USB devices that I generally use, I'm able to use them with no problem whatsoever. I'm able to connect the Blue Yeti microphone, the Deco 10 pen tablet, and I am also using a hub to get this connection. So the hub works too. However, recently I tried to connect an Ethernet adapter to the USB-C port and it didn't work. The vendor's website, had drivers that supported Mac OS versions until Catalina, but not Big Sur. So, keep in mind that compatibility is not universal. If there are some products that you need to use, better check them before making a Big Sur purchase. Coming to display and sound quality, man, the display and sound quality are phenomenal. I have absolutely no feedback on it. Even at the highest volume, the speakers sound great, and I'm absolutely amazed at the movie and video watching experience on this device. And just FYI, the speakers are tuned more towards the bass. Typing experience. I have to tell you that typing on the MacBook Air is a charm. The keyboard is really at a sweet spot. You feel the click, and at the same time, the keys are not too deep. The Pages app is very simplistic and feels great to use. And there is this one font called the American Typewriter by Apple, which I just love to the core. But what I loved here the most is that only the the with the backlit keyboard, only the key gets lit. It doesn't bleed towards the edges of the screen like my other laptops, and that's kind of cool. So these are all the points that I wanted to cover. That is pretty much it. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments below, and I would be more than happy to share my experience and my thoughts on them.
That's about it, guys. Hope you found this informative and hope I helped you make a decision today. Thank you so much for watching and have a lovely day ahead. Peace.